Hi everyone, it's Tuesday 30th of May and it's another weekly preview where I've gone through, done a bit of research, see what sort of events might interest me, see what's going on, and therefore I thought a few other people might be interested in. So there's quite a bit going on both home and abroad, and difficult to find live streams or TV etc. for them, but one or two have got. I'll do it in chronological order. Wednesday 31st of May, there's the fortnightly Watford Wednesdays. All the entries are on roster athletics for that. There's no British Milers Club gold standard races this week, but that's on Wednesday. Bit of a fixture clash, although they offer different things. They've got the Wimbledon Festival of 1500 metre races on Wednesday as well, which should be good. They've got 14 races of 1500, starting with the seeded the slowest, going faster and faster. The women, it's all on open track. The lineups are all seeded already, so you can find it on there, the open track website. Top of the women's entries seems to be Neve Bridgeston Hubbard, who was third in the Bucks 1500 meters championships recently. She's been running well. There's not a separate women's race, it's mixed in with the men, I think because probably the diversity of performance, the depth isn't quite there to justify a separate elite women's race. So that's the situation there. So Neve will be running with some of the men. The men's A race, if you want to call it that, has about a dozen people that have run under 350 for 1500. So good quality, including the likes of George and Charlie Wheeler and Stuart McCullum, who hasn't raced much in recent months, but on his day, he's really good athlete. Right, he's run cross country for Great Britain, etc. So that's on Wednesday, and we go to Friday. We have the Rome Diamond League, although I think it's in Florence. It's on BBC Three. I should have remembered that last week when I was talking about the Diamond League. BBC Three, channel 115 on Sky is the Diamond League channel this year. It's not on Red Button or anything like that. It is on BBC Three. Quite a few Diamond League gets some terrific fields out. Just quickly going through a few. These are just snapshots. 400 metre women's hurdles. Femke Bowl goes in that. The 3K steeplechase has a baby and Yavi in. Both have broken 9 minutes for the steeplechase. Those are the top two on times. Women's 100 metres has Dina Asher Smith, Mare Jose Talou in there. Grant Holloway goes in the men's 110 metre hurdles. The men's 5,000 metres is absolutely stacked, and I'm probably doing an injustice to a few that I'm not actually mentioning here, but it's got the likes of Cheptegei, Barriga, Grant Fisher, Mo Katir, Joe Klecker, Wale, Kajelcha, Aragawi, Luis Gravalva, and others. So that is, for me, probably the highlight of the meeting this time. The men's 100, Fred Curley heads that, and the women's 1500 got Faith Kipyegon, second fastest ever, I believe. Olympic champion Laura Muir goes in that. Kira McGeehan and Abby Caldwell, who both broke 2 minutes at the BMC Grand Prix last Saturday, are both going in the 1500. And then we've got Telgi in there as well. 9 have actually already run sub 4 for 1500 metres. I expect Abby Caldwell from Australia will add that to her name. She hasn't achieved that yet. Then heading into the weekend, Saturday the 3rd, there is a British Milers Club Academy meeting down at Millfield, which is been established for quite a few years. 1500 has Ines Fitzgerald in there. And then also on Saturday, we've got the Iffley Festival of Miles, which is at Oxford. Again, details are on open track for that one. Georgia Bell heads the women's entries on times, and the men's race has the likes of James Hennigan, Josh Carr, Seb Anthony have all broken 4 minutes before, plus Jeremy Dempsey, who's been in really good form this season. So that should be interesting if conditions are good there. Then at home, we've got the regional championships. We've got the Southern, the Northern and the Midland championships. The Southerns have been moved from Chelmsford, where the track wasn't quite ready, and they've managed to get it put on at Wharton, which is a new venue for them, but state-of-the-art venue, not been there very long. So that's the Southern Counties Championships on at Wharton. All the entries are on Roster Athletics for that one. Sports City hosts the Northern Championships, and you can see all the entries for the Northern on the North of England Athletics Association website. And the Midlands are at Nuneaton, although I can't easily find the entries for the Midlands. Then just picking out another event, which is on Sunday, the 4th of June. It's the FBK Games in Holland at Hengelo. It's on Flow Track. You might be able to find it elsewhere as well. The men's 1500 has George Mills and Matt Stonia, two of the Brits going, who ran really well this weekend just gone. Daryl Neaters seems to be on really good form, and she goes in the women's 100 metres. Femke Bol comes back to run her 400 metres flat, and intriguingly, Sifan Hassan is listed for the women's 1500 and 10,000 metres. So, yeah, always entertaining Sifan Hassan, as we saw with her win at the London Marathon. So, fair bit going on. That's what I've got. Each week I'll get a few things wrong, but at least it gives a few people a chance to have a look and correct me. Next week we'll have things like the National Collegiate Champions in America and the Paris Diamond League going on. So we're really getting into the heart of the season now, and hope you're enjoying it. See you next week.